Megacity Basketball is creating the next generation of leaders through diverse programs that champion integrity and social responsibility beyond the confines of the basketball court.
Hi, my name's Leticia. I play for the Women's Megacity Basketball Association.
As female basketball players, there aren't many programs where we can go. It actually gives a space where my daughter and I can play together.
I'm a father of a 3-year-old daughter. I tried to build something for her and something she could participate on in the future.
OLG and the Toronto Raptors are helping to bring home the win for basketball programs across the province. Home Court Advantage is about celebrating and supporting organizations that are making an impact in their communities through basketball.
This OLG donation will definitely help us pursue our mission.
It will shape the future for women's basketball.
Everyone deserves a home court advantage, and with 100% of OLG profits going back to community groups like these, everyone does.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the season finale, the championship game. You know it, we got it, of the WMBA season. I'm Julian Quintero. As always, I'm joined by my dear friend Drew. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm back. I'm in the business. We are in the finals of the WMBA games, and I'm excited to be here.
It's definitely going to be very exciting. We have two teams that have clawed and fought their way in to make it to this point in the tournament. It's been wonderful to see. It's great to see all these sides come through and be able to play some fantastic basketball. We have Old But Cold, who knocked off the undefeated no-name team in the semifinals. Meanwhile, we move over to look at the La Famillia team. They were the 2 seed, and they ended up going through comfortably through their side of the bracket. Close game with Free Minds was their semifinal. As we see La Famillia take on Old But Cold. Still no scoring early on. How are we feeling about this game, Drew?
Honestly, I feel excited about it. These are two teams that were like in the middle. They weren't very up there when it comes to the rankings. But like you said, they clawed, they scratched their way to the top. And here they are in the finals with the first bucket for La Famillia. Lo que ese.
And with that, I'm going to run us through the lineups that we have for this game so far. Right now, Old But Cold on the ball. We got D driving straight to the hoop, gets popped out there by La Famillia, but running through the rest of this Old But Cold lineup right now, we have D on the court. Alongside her, we have Ray, Jill, Julie, D, and Dakota. Why I ended up laughing there, I don't know what it was. There's something a little goofy happening all around us. Meanwhile, for La Famillia, they have been a composed side, and they've really stepped up this year. And right now, their line looks like they've had all season long. They got Jalen, they got Anne-Marie, they got Vicky, they got Sienna, and they got Leticia out there right now. Currently up 2-0. Now they're going to be defending an inbound. It seems like we're trying to figure something out right now with the referees. But yeah. Who do you think is a key player at this moment to look at for the Old But Cold side, Drew?
Right now, it's hard to say because everybody brings like a lot to the table. Dakota would be one of those from Old But Cold because, like I said, she's the smooth criminal on the team. She knows how to make things happen and also get her team involved. But like this lovely lady over here, as you can see, she's also going to be a factor because she's putting in work with that and one bucket.
Yeah, right there. When you want to get to the hoop, wonderful pick from Vicky, ends up taking it down the other way, and that's a fantastic thing you want to see there for the La Famillia side. They want to be able to go up-tempo, at it early, give everything they have, and that is an old-fashioned three-pointer, perfect from the line there, to take a 5-0 lead for La Famillia, and it's kind of like that show, Hawaii 5-0.
Come on.
They're in right now, but yeah, here's Dakota, getting ready, sizing up Sienna, pulls up from the mid-range, and says, you know what, if y'all want to get going with it, I can respond a little bit here, and we're seeing Old But Cold get into it. We'll see if the rest of the offense gets going. We know that they have the capabilities to do it, Drew.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Right now, the matchup that I'm really looking at is Dakota and Vicky. Dakota versus Vicky is going to be a very interesting lineup duo because they both can play on both sides of the floor. They can both play defense and both play offense. So I like to see how they're going at it with each other.
Of course, and one thing we can look at from the previous game, Jalen launches for 3, doesn't fall, gets tipped around, still a lot of contact. Julie's the one that has it, still going all the way around. Leticia's the one that picks it up. But one thing I want to point out, specifically with this Old But Cold side, they ran a 2-3 zone in the previous game. And this one, what a block there from Raylan. picked up by Vicky. She's the one able to put it back in. But in the previous game, we got to see La Famiglia, they were playing almost strictly man, but they were playing press. Meanwhile, you end up looking at Old But Cold. They were running more so of a 2-3 zone, making sure to protect the shots from the outside. Do you think we're going to be seeing shifts here in the defense?
Oh, we're definitely going to be seeing a mixture of 2-3 zone and a mixture of man-to-man, depending on the situation. It narrowed down to 2-3 zone and man-to-man. 2-3 zone kind of like spaces everything out, especially if the shooters are not shooting. And man-to-man just makes things more heated up.
Right there, Vicky turns it over, picked up by Julie. Julie to Jill. Jill to the hoop, behind the back, goes inside, says, you know what, let's loop-de-loop all the way around, back inside, dish out to Dakota, takes a chance for three, bang it! And that's the first three of the game. It's 5 points so far tonight for Dakota White, and she's on one so far.
I'm telling you, Jill, I call her the spin cycle, because once she has the ball, she puts you through that spin cycle. You cannot stop her on that spin move.
A good backdoor cut there from Sienna. Leticia tried to find her, but in the end, the connection just wasn't there. Old, wind-up internet, it seems the way it was, but who knows how it turns out from here. We're seeing some substitutions on the side of Old But Cold, it seems. Yes, we're seeing Freya come on for D, and we're seeing Laura come on for Julie as they get ready to inbound it here. So far, no substitutions for La Famiglia here early on. 17-15 remaining in this one. Dakota bringing it up, swings it over to the corner. She finds Jill. Jill tries to go baseline, can't go there. Takes a screen from Raylan, tries to kick it out. It seems like it was for Laura. Instead, it goes to Freya. Freya gives it back to Jill, goes up. Laura comes in with the rebound, ends up pulling it up. It's a scramble on the floor. Leticia with the hustle gets it, able to dump it off to a teammate. Ends up in the hands of Jalen to scramble with Laura. It seems like a lot of contact, but now Jalen cuts out to the corner to Vicky. Vicky says, give me a chance on the jumper, and that's a big three there for La Famiglia. They're getting kick-started so far.
She took that shot from Shoreham.
From Shoreham, ladies and gentlemen. Dakota there through the contact, puts it up, wondering if it's going to be a shooting foul. No, it's just going to be a personal foul, a reach-in on the defense, and now Old But Cold gets a chance to reset on the offensive end, a chance to really get it going. We're seeing some good offense so far. Ball kicked out to Dakota. Dakota dumps over to Raylan. Raylan's been fantastic from mid-range throughout this year, but that one isn't the one in her wheelhouse. Ball falls to Leticia. Leticia slows down, resets, and now going to try to get it going here. Kicks it out quick to Jalen in the corner. Jalen can be disgusting with it, just doesn't get that one to fall. Great contest from Jill, who stepped up. Ball ends up with Vicky, though. Vicky over to Leticia. Leticia with the pick from Sienna. Get her to go from the mid-range, and that's how you end up running the pick and roll. People end up being scared of Sienna. She's been a beast inside. Opens up a lot of space there for Leticia.
Absolutely. She knows how to do the ball movement, but not just the ball movement, but just getting herself in the right position for that ball movement to come back to her.
Yeah, and she has the intensity right here. It's demonstrated throughout, able to drive back. Once everybody's able to get back, compose the offense, give it back to Jalen. Jalen with a dump pass to Anne-Marie. It seems like there was a reach in. It does seem like there was a reach in there for the Old But Cold side. It doesn't get ruled a shooting foul, but it will be an inbound. Possession remains with the La Famiglia side. Some discussions here with the sideline, seeing if substitutions are going to be made. Who knows if it's going to come down to it. Jalen looking at inbound. Kicks out to Vicky. Vicky, covered by Freya, ends up driving to the right-hand side. Has Sienna. Slides a little bit, but tries to get the dump pass. Doesn't get to go. Freya slows down, loses it. Leticia says, give me that! Ends up stripping it from Freya, but the refs still choose to give it on the little bit of the possession arrow. Ends up giving it back to the Old But Cold side. But straight bully ball there from Leticia to just take it.
Honestly, I love it. It's about who wants it, who's willing to put in the work. I don't even care if it went back to that player. Just letting her know that it's our game, it's our time. She's letting it be known, but Dakota saying, hey, you want it? I got it.
And Dakota right there, 7th point of the game so far for her. She's come out swinging. She has all the points for Old But Cold. Ooh. Leticia able to get the defender off her, gives it inside to Anne-Marie, gets called for the shooting foul, and it's going to be 2 free throws coming La Familia's way. Let's see if Anne-Marie will be splitting these, or if she's going to be going 2 for 2 here. Timeout has been called, it seems, here. Early doors, and I mean, you're going to look at this Old But Cold side. They want to try to regroup, try to reset, try to get everything in their corner against this La Familia side. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, following this timeout.
I'm going to go change.
back, ladies and gentlemen, following that timeout. Anne-Marie's first free throw falls. Let's see if she's able to convert the second one, make it 2 for 2 here from that trip to the charity stripe, following getting the foul. At that free throw ends up bouncing on the near side of the rim, doesn't fall, but Sayana, great move on the rebound. Anne-Marie ends up getting most of the defense up, instead kicks it out to Jalen. Jalen to Leticia for 3, doesn't fall. Laura tips it over to Jill. Jill now pushing the tempo, bringing it up following the split free throws. They need points, they need them now. Freya dumps over to Jill. Jill thinks about the setup, gives it over to Dakota. Dakota with a fader, doesn't get her to fall. Ball gets tipped around, ends up in Sayana's hand, over to Leticia. And now she's the one running the break. She has Sayana getting ready on the right block. Let's see if she's gonna give it to her. No, she's gonna give it over to Vicky on the right wing. Vicky goes up, contested. It goes all the way around, but Laura's the one that pulls it in. Freya has it, quick outlet pass to Dakota. Dakota sets her feet, thinks about it, ends up cutting back inside, gives it to Jill. Jill with an open look. Money from the 3-point line. And that's a 3-point game. Now we're back in one possession here with the shot from Jill.
From Shepherd West.
From Shepherd West Station, ladies, only one-way service at the moment for them as they finally get more of the team involved. Vicky goes right in, though. Wonderful responses. You know what? We're going both ways. No service stoppage here.
I'm telling you right now, Vicky's going to be a problem. She knows how to get in that paint and play aggressive.
Laura ends up pulling in the board, but it gets popped out by Vicky. It will remain old but cold ball here on the inbound. Raylan ended up coming out for Rachel. Here we see Vicky. She's coming out for Korn, and Jalen coming out for Nams for the La Familia side as they make their first substitutions of the day. Inbounding here is Rachel. Rachel has a couple screens here, double screen over to Jill. Jill sets up in the left corner. No, ends up kicking over to Rachel. Rachel gets ready with a jumper, no fall. Ends up bending, bounced around, ends up in the hands of Freya. Freya ended up a little bit of a sticky situation there, but ended up being able to keep her dribble, puts the shot up, doesn't fall. And now Nam slows down the tempo here for the La Familia side. Has a curling Korn, but it doesn't fall. Ends up sliding out, but is able to maintain possession. Korn ends up bouncing over to Sayana, goes off the shoes, ends up in the hands of Dakota, isn't able to get it as it slips out, and it remains La Familia ball.
I don't know what's going on. It's looking like everybody went to the chocolate factory and picked up Butterfingers, because there's a whole heap of Butterfingers and slippery hands. We need to control the ball. That's how this game will run smooth.
And right there, we have Laura and Dakota both subbing out. Subbing in, we have Dee and Kayla coming on. Let's see if Old but Cold able to get it going with that change. Sayana with 2 points here, beating and banging down in the paint to make it 17-10 in favor of La Familia. Kayla now to Julie. Julie setting up, gets Sayana in the air, doesn't able to get that second shot though. Kicks it to Freya. Freya back over to Kayla. Kayla covered by Korn in the corner, smothered, ends up giving it over to Jill. No, my apologies. That is Julie, but it doesn't matter with a massive shot there. Big three from Julie. Couldn't see over here. We end up
from Pape Station.
From Pape Station, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we have a lot of fans coming out today. A lot of family and so coming in. As Sayana with a wonderful post move, gets the defender and able to go right back up with it. But yeah, we have quite a few fans here today. Limits visibility a little bit here from where we're sitting, but in the meantime, still a lot of it can be seen, like that beautiful fadeaway play from Freya. Sayana, though, has her hand up ready, like a wide out Nam saying, clear out, go to the corner. We need someone in that corner. Leticia trying to screen for Korn, no cut from Korn, ends up trying to dump it over to Sayana, but it's a kickball violation from Freya, and it will still be La Familia ball. They lead by 4. Korn with the inbound, gives it over to Sayana. She sits on it. She's waiting. She's waiting. Gives the Nams. Nams gets Kayla in the air. Goes up with a little floater. Doesn't get her to fall. Gets her own board, though. Stops for a moment. Dumps over to Tay. Tay ended up shoving in, but it doesn't fall. Tay came on first. Sayana. No dice there, but it will still be La Familia ball. Ray comes on for Freya. And now Nams is going to be the one inbounding. Korn ends up trying to screen here for Leticia. Leticia goes the other way, cuts 2 to defenders, 1-2. Wonderful step to split. Gives it back to Sayana, trying to operate in the post. Has Raylan all over her, but gets called for the foul. Raylan cannot believe it, but it will be ruled 2 free throws here in favor of Sayana, Drew.
Sayana is doing the right thing, is working her game, knowing her strength. is we need big bodies at the bottom. So she's putting herself in a position to at least score and be in the line if necessary. Shout out to Miss King.
Shout out to Miss King indeed. I find it very interesting with Sienna. Throughout this season, a lot of conversations from people here at Megacity. Oh, big turnover there. Almost goes right at us. Ends up going out of bounds here, but we're all good here at the commentary station. Our cameraman, Tony, is A-okay. He's doing all right. It will be La Familia ball following the turnover. They really might have eaten some Butterfingers there from the chocolate factory, Drew. But no, the point that I was making early on was Sienna has been a very, very talented player so far this year. But the way La Familia's played, they've emphasized the jumper a lot this season. It's worked for them. But Sienna's been very capable of beating and banging down low. She's come out and shown that so far this game, really showing authority down low.
Absolutely. She's gotta use her strength, use her ability. If low is what people are lacking, you gotta pick up those pieces, put it up there, and make something happen.
Leticia able to give it inside. Isn't a good conversion, but once again they're playing great pressure, but Nams isn't able to give it inside of Sienna, and the quick steal that they had turns into a turnover as Old But Cold regain possession. Substitutions being made. It will be Kayla coming off for Dakota. 8:22 remaining in this one. Dakota now taking the inbound from Rachel. Kicks it out to Julie. Julie thinking, pondering, gives it inside to Raylan. Raylan says, is she going to operate in the post as well? I know her middy's nice, but she gets double teamed by Tay. Smothered on the shot, no foul called. Nams now bringing it up. Raylan comes over to bring pressure. Korn has it, goes at Dakota, ends up driving, and I'm wondering what the call is going to be from the refs. It seems like they're ruling it to remain La Familia ball last off of an Old But Cold defender, and I know the Old But Cold team was not super pleased with that one. Ball inbounded, Julie ends up tipping it out of bounds, and now La Familia gets a relocate, reposition on an inbound, still within the attacking half for them. They think, they sit, they give it over to Leticia on the inbound here. Nams with the pass. Now it's going to be double screen from Korn to Sienna. Then it's going to be Leticia giving it over to Nams. Nams sits and thinks, ends up kicking it wide. Korn in the corner, puts it up, bounces once, and it sits on the rim, doesn't fall, and it will be Julie picking it up, gives it over to Dakota, and now they're playing pressure. Korn and Dakota, contact made here, they help her up. It will be a blocking foul from Korn as Old But Cold gets to inbound and reset. We haven't seen some points in a little bit, Drew.
I'm telling you right now, it's looking like an Ace Hood song. Body to body, a whole lot of body to body going on, but I like it. That means we're getting physical.
Rest in peace to Olivia Newton-John there. But yeah, the pass now, La Familia end up picking up the miss, kick it back out, and now Nam sets up in the corner, gets herself ready for range, doesn't get her to fall. Rachel pulls it in, smothered by Sienna, dumps over to Dakota. Dakota now double box on her, but no deal. Ends up going back to Rachel. They're able to swing it around, ends up in the hands of D. D, no look pass over to Julie on the right wing. Gets one, little bit of a touch dribble, gets the second one, and that is 2 points right there. The scoring drought that we've seen in this game drops a little bit. Now it's 19-17. Leticia thinking about it, goes trying to get Dakota, but isn't able to stun her on the inside. Dakota ends up tipping it out, goes to Sienna, and once again, another shooting foul.
Miss King is playing chess moves right now. She understands that no one is going to guard her properly at the bottom of the rim. So you gotta just go and attack. Right now, it seems like Rim most likely has like 3 fouls right now. So that's a smart move she's doing.
When you're able to draw arguably the best big man on your opponent's team potentially into early foul trouble, that is what you're seeing from Sienna so far. She hasn't been able to convert on all of her free throws, but she's been getting to the line, forcing fouls, and now we're going to see Raylan, who does like to beat and bang, not really be able to play her game on defense. And that's going to be massive from this La Familia side. Substitutions are being made. It was last out on Korn, has her hands up asking, why was that on me? And we're subbing out Miss King for Miss King. We have Anne-Marie coming on for Sienna, so that's going to be a nice little family thing. Let's see if Anne-Marie is able to keep beating and banging down low. We're also seeing Jalen coming back in for Leticia. Meanwhile, Jill comes back on for this Old But Cold side, which come on for Rachel. Now we have Korn setting up on the left side, tries to dribble around, one side, two side, rockabye baby, gives it over to Jalen, puts it up, oh, great little dump pass to Anne-Marie, but it just doesn't go. A lot of contact down there, and it ends up last touch by Anne-Marie, goes out of bounds, and now Nams subbing on for Vicky, Drew.
I feel like Jay should have just made that nice little floater, make it kiss off the glass. You're right there at the rim. You might as well put it up there and make the maintenance lady pick it up if any problems arise.
Indeed, Dakota gives it over to D. Not a lot of looks for her, but a nice little move from Laura inside, isn't able to convert. And that's tough, still putting pressure on Vicky. That's what you want to see, but that is unfortunate for her not being able to convert there on the transition. Korn, covered by Dakota, waiting for a pass, ends up getting Jalen at the top. Jalen back out to Tay. No dribble basketball, it seems. Tay dumps inside of Vicky, spins, puts it up, doesn't go, but it gets swatted out by D, and it gets ruled La Familia ball. They will keep their foot on the gas pedal, keep applying pressure. We have 4 minutes left in this first half, Drew.
Man, it's exciting. The game is close, which I want. I want it to be a close game. Championship games are not supposed to be blowouts, supposed to be close, neck and neck, leg and leg. And as you can see, it's going back and forth.
And right as we get that, it is 22-17. Tough to see so far in that. But ball gets dumped inside. Ray out to D. D for three. Doesn't fall on her first shot attempt of the game from range. And now Vicky's the one bringing it up now. Ends up bounce passing out to Tay. Tay given space. She says, let it fly. Falls short. D picks it up. Now she's the one running the tempo. Has Dakota on her left. Laura on her right. Picks Dakota. Dakota trying to square up here now on Tay. Bounce inside. Goes up through the contact. And wonderful explosiveness to go right to the basket and finish through the contact, Drew.
Do you understand why I call her Miss Smooth Criminal? Miss Michael Jackson bad? And Vicky answers back all the way from Eglinton West.
Yeah, smooth operation there from Dakota. Great footwork, great dribbling to be able to beat her defender and go to the rim. But you can't leave Vicky open. She's been fantastic all year. Primarily as a gritty defender, she's really come out today and shown her prowess on both ends of the court.
And that's why I like how she plays both sides. She doesn't just play one-dimensional, and that's a dangerous player when you get somebody that can play on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, Jalen's shot doesn't fall. Picked up by Tay, though. La Familia remains in possession. They've been dominating the glass in this one. Korn goes back up with a little floater, falls in the hands of Jill. Oba Cold now pushing the tempo. They have 2:20. What are they going to do to try to close the gap before the half? There's a lot of pressure here for Jill between Korn and Vicky, but ends up drawing the foul, the reach in. That's just how it ended up panning for them. But there is substitution being made. No, it will be a timeout, Drew.
I don't know, man. This is an exciting game. I feel like right now, if I was La Familia, I would just make sure when you're making those rebounds, make sure they're strong. Don't give these guys an extra opportunity to score. And if you're Oba Cold, you got to just keep attacking every single time. Don't stop. Even if you get fouled, just keep going because the refs will reward you.
Most definitely. You got to keep applying that pressure. Meanwhile, it is a 6-point game. We're sitting through this timeout. It's more so just talking about what is happening here. Old but Cold's been a side that haven't been able to really play their brand of basketball, get their shooters open. Very big play from La Familia, able to apply pressure, not let them feel comfortable. And sure, Dakota White's still been very, very good at an individual level, but she needs the rest of her team to step up a bit more on the scoring end. They only trail by 6. It's still not a lost game.
You know what? It's not a lost game, but guess what? Sometimes you need your role players to step up. Sometimes the star player probably has to step back and make the role players do their thing. It's a championship game. It's not just the stars. Everybody's got to get involved. This is Mandarin. Everyone's got to eat.
Most definitely. Meanwhile, for La Familia here, it's going to be really fun to watch if they can hold on to this lead that they have. How are they going to respond not only on defense, but also how hard are they going to still keep pushing for some baskets? Jalen going right at the hoop. Rachel ends up defending on the inside, but Jalen says, all right, a little bit of a clutch on the shot. Easy little one inside, able to keep it simple. 6-point turn to 8. Dakota drives on Korn. 3 defenders on her, but gets fouled on the move to the basket. And that's what you like to see from her.
Like I said, Dakota knows the assignment. Attack, attack, attack. As long as you're going up there to commit to the shot, the refs are going to give you it.
Most definitely, most definitely. Dakota sets her feet, puts it up, gets the first free throw here to close the gap a little bit. Let's see if she goes perfect from the line. Sits around on the rim, doesn't fall, and now it'll be Sienna picking it up, scooping, gives it over to Jalen. Jalen slows it down, has Dakota with a screen there from Anne-Marie. Kicks back out to Keisha, subs in for the first time today. Keisha out to Sienna. Sienna thinks about it, goes right to the hoop. A little bit of a reverse layup. Able to get her to go. Wonderful finish, clinical to make the lead 9.
Was that a Versaloso? Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful Versaloso to the layup line.
Oh, definitely. D here from the mid-range shot, sits on the rim, doesn't fall. And I don't know if it was a foul, but it gets ruled on Raylan. And now we end up with yet another timeout with 34 seconds remaining. La Familia will be the ones inbounding here. We're going to be taking a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Only 30 seconds, but we'll be right back. Back, ladies and gentlemen. La Familia lead. They will be the ones inbounding. We're seeing Old But Cold setting up full court press. Ball goes into Jalen. Jalen smothered by D. Trying to put some dribble moves here on D, who's trying to keep it right in front of her. Space opens up on the left side. Sienna comes out to Ask. Ends up stepping, fakes it out. Rachel, but isn't able to get her mid-range jumper to fall. Jill now the one pushing the tempo. We have 14 seconds remaining. Full shot clock cycle remains. Ball out to D for 3. No go. Corn's the one that pulls it in now. Bringing it up. Time is counting. Oh, Anne-Marie takes a tumble there. It was through the contact. Raylan has it, and the clock will be striking zeros here at the half, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 29-20 basketball game. We will be right back here from the half. You do not want to miss it.
I need to shoot around for the coach.
Megacity champion. I'm Marcus, and I'm a Megacity champion.
My name is Maya, and I'm Megacity champion. I'm Lucas, and I'm a Megacity champion.
I'm Kate, I'm a Megacity champion.
I'm Alina, and I'm a Megacity champion.
I'm Angelo, and I'm a Megacity champion.
I am Avery, I'm a Megacity champion.
Hi, my name is Noah, and I'm a Megacity champion.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half basketball. Second half basketball ready to be played here between the Old But Cold side. They trail by 9. They're hoping to bring it here.
You have 8.
Against this La
You're
Familia
close.
team.
You're getting there. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Kayla inbounds it now. Gives it over to Dakota. Dakota has Ray potentially on the screen here on the left-hand side, does just that. Dumps over to Ray. Ray thinks about it, ends up swinging over to the corner. We have Julie. Julie inside of Ray, goes up, ends up getting blocked, picked up by Leticia. Leticia now trying to slow it down, bring it her way, but now it's 2 defenders on her. Ball over to Vicky here, covered by Dakota. First time the two are facing off one-on-one today. Woo! Swung to corner Leticia. Leticia back out to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie over to Leticia, sets her feet, launches from range, doesn't fall, ends up in the hands of Dakota. Smooth criminal looking to steal a board and give it over to Julie. Julie here, just blocked by Sienna. Miss King, what a block!
She said, welcome to the block party, it's summertime.
It's summertime, ladies and gentlemen. Vicky gives it over to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie goes up, gets blocked by Raylan. That's one on the other end. Now Dakota's the one bringing it up past Kayla over on the right-hand side with the spin move. Goes up with a tough lay-in, isn't able to get it to go. And he gets last hit by Raylan and falls out of bounds. Drew, what an explosive start to this half.
I'm getting too excited. It was just only like a minute. I'm very, very excited right now. I'm seeing spin moves. I'm seeing block parties. I'm spinning layup days. Oh my God, I don't know what to say, brother.
Corn gives it now over to Leticia. Leticia, a little reaching from Dakota, but ends up in the hands of Vicky. She floats it up. She gets it here. First 2 points of the second half are for La Familia. They now lead by double digits. First double-digit lead of the game. D picks up here on the left wing, has Julie in the corner, but instead might take Ray here on the screen. Does just that. Frees up a little bit, but it gets picked by Vicky. Ends up bouncing back to Leticia. And D fouls Vicky here to avoid a clear lane to the hoop. Vicky will be the one inbounding here for La Familia, but it does get ruled as the clear lane foul, and she will get an opportunity to shoot some free throws off that, Drew.
Hey, I'm telling you, you gotta attack, attack, attack. Defense is what's gonna win you a championship, but also you gotta make those shots. The refs are giving you opportunities for your hard work. You gotta make those shots at the end of the day.
Vicky misses her first free throw, puts up the second, isn't able to get it to go, but I believe La Familia will be maintaining possession due to it being a clear path foul. Yes, they will. Leticia sets up here to inbound. Throws it off the back of Kayla, but it will still be La Familia ball.
I like that little move that she did over there. That's an old school basketball move right there. That's a street ball move.
Can't have the defender have their back facing you. Anne-Marie goes up with it, isn't able to get it to go. Laura now kicks it over to D. D with a quick pass over to Dakota. They're going to try to run in transition. Julie's in the left corner, spin move on Corn, freed up for Julie. Ends up putting her hand up. Sienna steps up big, but Julie misses the shot, picked up by Anne-Marie. Give to Leticia. She's now the one on the break, throws inside of Vicky. Vicky, great little reception, quick little finish, and they're able to really keep it moving there on the transition. Ball now in the hands of Dakota White. She sits, she thinks, and she ends up going, you know what? Give me a chance from range, why don't you? Free up the court, free up the space, and my friend, all the way from Finch Station.
Oh my goodness, she did at Finch West Station, guys, Jesus. A fresh new 3.
Make sure you're not missing that train. Ball in the pass inside gets tipped, ends up for Sienna. Sienna over to Vicky. Vicky puts it up through the contact, isn't able to get it to go. Now Dakota hit 1-3 earlier, now has it, swings it over to Julie. Julie squares her feet, puts up from midi, doesn't get her to fall, in the hands of Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie now to Vicky. Vicky slows it down a little bit, given the chance to bring it up the court. D's the one sizing her up here, but Vicky's going straight to it. Oh, gets the splits, slides on the court. You shouldn't be doing that. Maybe get your shoes checked.
I'm telling you, don't slip and slide. It's not skate time.
It is summertime, but the slip and slide isn't for service.
Woo!
Leticia with it there, puts her hands up, asking the ref, isn't that a kickball? Julie with a chance, gives it over to Laura. Laura goes up, isn't able to get her to go. She picks it up once more. Oh, she's fumbling it. Has it against the ear. Gives it over to Kayla. Kayla sits and pulls from the mid-range. Bank is open for service. Call Scotia, call TD, call RBC. Bank is open today. What a shot there from Kayla to cut the double-digit lead.
I think she called up online and got tangerine because that was a free shot right there.
And with tax season having just go by, you know that one's only going to count for the next season.
I'm telling you.
D bringing it up here. Quick pass inside of Kayla. Wonderful backdoor cut. Stops for a moment. Tiptoeing on the line. Able to keep it in bounds. Gives it to Julie. Julie over to D. D hesitates. Tries to go for a spin move. Isn't able to keep it there. Leticia's on her. Now a screen over to the right-hand side. 2 defenders there. It gets popped out by D. And it gets ruled old but cold ball. Vicky can't believe it. Puts her hands up in frustration. Julie will be subbing out now for Rachel. Meanwhile, we are seeing Jalen subbing out here for Leticia. D has it, tries to lob it over to Dakota, but it goes far too high, and it will be a over and back foul here after the fumbled inbound. You can't be giving those up as now La Familia sets up in the offensive half.
I'm telling you, you cannot make any mistakes. La Familia is the type of team that they'll find the opportunity. If you give them 1 inch of freedom, they're going to go and attack it.
And she
Just
put
like
up
that.
the three. Jalen put up the three. No one boxes her out, and she says thank you very much. Gets her own miss and hits the shot. You can really check the stat padding on that one. D for 3 doesn't fall. It gets tipped off of the La Familia player there as they will be inbounding. Jill subbing on here for Kayla Davis. D here through the cycle, gives it over to Jill. Jill thinks about it behind the head pass. Gives it over to Dakota. Dakota has Korn all the way up, stepping up, splits 2 defenders, goes up, Sienna with the block. Korn's the one that comes at it with the scramble, and Jalen's on the floor. Jalen is in a bit of pain. Turnover now by Dakota, kicks it over to Jill. Jill goes up through the contact, isn't able to get it to go, and there is a foul called, a whistle here. With 2 free throws in favor of the old but cold side here, Drew.
I don't know what happened there. It looked like one of the players from our Famillia, Miss J, got a little hit there and was on the floor, but hopefully she feels a little better. Seems like she's limping over there.
We'll see how it goes. Jill with a free throw here. Let's see what she does there. First free throw, able to convert it. See if she's able to get this second one. Isn't able to get it to go. It is a 9-point game, though. Laura able to draw in the miss. Picks up by Rachel. Rachel swings it out to D. D given space from 3. There it is! She hasn't been able to splash home today, but open up the checkbook now. That is a massive one from range to continue to close the gap.
She shot it from Danforth.
Danforth station right there. Vicky tries to pass it out. Ends up being tipped by Dakota. Now we're seeing some substitutions, 2 substitutions here. Laura coming out for Ray, Rachel coming out for Freya. And we're looking over to the La Familia side. We're seeing Nams in now instead of Anne-Marie. And that 3 attempt doesn't fall. Now we have Jill bringing it up, has Nams on her, steps back, flips over to Raylan. Raylan ends up thinking, gives it over to D. D given chance for 3! Answer it back to back, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, the ice cold D is heating up here.
She shot that from the taste of Danforth.
From the taste of Danforth, but really the way it was right there, back to back 3s, she's microwavable like a cup of KD.
Oh.
But Jalen answers back. Massive shot there from her from range. Says, you want to shoot?
She shot from Fairgrove. Oh
Fairgrove
my God.
right there, ladies and gentlemen, making it a 6-point game once more. Raylan screens here for D. Is she going to pull up once more? No, gives it over to Raylan on the pick and pop from the midi. Doesn't fall. D fighting for the ball. They're all fighting for it, and it will be Vicky having it. And there's a little bit of a scuffle here between Vicky and D. Gets held back by her team.
I love it.
You're seeing the tenacity. You're seeing the fire knee. Whew. You can tell it is a final. These players want it, and now they're arguing here, chatting with the ref. Wonder what's happening here. Clock is still running.
I love it. I love it. This is the type of energy I want. If you want it, you got to toughen up. Lace up those boots, put on the Timberland shoes, because it's the trenches time.
Got to get in their construction season, build up the possessions. And right now, I'm wondering what is happening here with the referees. I'm wondering what it is. It seems like there's going to be a tee. They're teeing somebody up. Who's getting teed up right now?
It's a double tech?
Wondering here what the decision is from the referees. We've lost about a minute of game time here because of this discussion for the techs. But in the end, it does seem to be La Familia ball. Don't know if it was techs, don't know what type of foul it was called. All sitting here wondering as they're all arguing right now. What is happening as we await? through this all, we're about 2 minutes of the title game's been going here, Drew.
Can we play the Jeopardy song? Because it's taking a while now, buddy.
Wondering right here, is this an ejection? Is this an argument? We're going right to the scorer's table. They should at least stop the clock through this. What is happening? D ends up coming out for Kayla Davis. And now it seems that they will be inbounding. A lot of time was lost.
I love it. This is what the game is about. These are championship games. This is what dreams are made of, guys.
La Familia also have Tay subbing on for Jalen. Ball ends up going Tay to Korn. Korn back over to Tay. Tay thinks about the jumper, gives it over to Nams. Has Kayla Davis stepping up. Dakota steps up as well. Tay from range, doesn't get it to fall. Ends up falling out of bounds. Dribble out. And now we have under 11 minutes left. About 2 minutes wasted there on the deliberation on if it was a tech, it was a foul, what was the call. But now we're seeing what Old But Cold can do. Dakota straight to the basket, able to get 2 points there to make it a 4-pointer, 4-point game.
The one thing about Dakota, no matter what the situations was, she's like, I'm just going to make the shots talk. I'm not going to do no more talking. Let my game do the work for me.
Ball's been swung around a little bit here from La Familia, but it's still Nams at the top. Tries to find Sienna through the backdoor cut. Wonderful read, wonderful cut, wonderful finish.
Her name is the Post Lady because she sent that straight to Amazon Prime.
And good thing today's not Sunday because she's definitely delivering. Freya with the board, gives it back out to Dakota. Second chance opportunity for Old But Cold. Raylan goes straight in on the post. Thinks about drawing the foul. Instead, it was just forcing a miss. Tay swings it over to Nams. Nams here, signs up, little bit of a dump pass inside of Sienna. She's able to get her to go.
I'm telling you, you gotta build this momentum. La Familia's gotta keep building this momentum. What you just created, you gotta keep going. As you can see, Vicky's going all the way up. There you go.
The NFL Combine may have been a couple months ago, but that is a wonderful, electric finish. 10-point game. A timeout is called for Old But Cold. 9:44 remaining. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
But you're right on that.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, Kayla tries to dump inside of Freya, ends up getting stolen, and Raylan steals it right back, gets fouled. It will be an inbounding opportunity for Old But Cold. They need some points, and they need it quick.
Now, listen, the key thing is, La Familia, you built this momentum. Do not do stupid fouls. That's going to be the problem. You don't want this team to come back off of your stupid fouls.
Dakota setting up here, has one screen, has two, straight into the Raylan screen. That's a WWE finisher. Ball gets picked up all around here. Raylan has it, still trying to figure it out, muscling through, the post goes up, isn't able to get it, second chance, and the ball is stuck. What a crazy possession from a hard screen to a missed shot.
Yo, Drew, go load the ball, y'all. You're 6-something, go up there, bro.
Ball's right there.
We're here waiting to see if the ball ends up getting picked up. Ball goes to Jordan. Jordan's the one that bumps it out. What a hero.
Good job, guys.
Gets the applause for being a hero right here. 8:46 remaining. Inbound opportunity for La Familia. Vicky has it now. Bringing it up.
As they say, superheroes don't always have capes.
Sometimes they have ponytails.
Absolutely.
Vicky has it now, gives it over to Tay. Tay swings it up Nams. Nams calling for a screen from Vicky. Ends up getting it. Kayla isn't able to stick on her, but it goes to Freya. Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Miss King! Definitely should be NFL, NBA Combine. All the combines right there. But now there's just a lot of contact. I don't know what's happening there. But Vicky has it, sets up quietly, ends up giving it over to Nams. Nams calling for a screen here on the right-hand side. Said it's going to be Tay, setting on the other side. Nams kicks to Vicky in the corner, sets her feet, launches from range, won't go. Still a scramble. Vicky picks it up though, goes up with it, draws the foul, and one from Vicky. My goodness, that's chaotic.
Oh my goodness. Look at that lady.
Fight for the board, claw for the finish, get the and one, and now it's a chance for three. My goodness, what a beautiful play.
As they say, hand down, man down. Jesus, what a beautiful play.
Goes straight at the defense, wonderful play. Let's see if she's able to convert this one right here. She does just that, making it a 13-point game for La Familia as they're starting to run away with it, but still 7:20 remaining. Dakota trying to size up her team, tries to get on Korn. Korn been fantastic on the defense, goes up, doesn't fall. Korn's the one that has it. Dakota gives it over to Tay. Tay loses her dribble, trying to pivot her way out, tries to give it over to Leticia, ends up swinging to two. Rachel's the one that has it, gives it over to Dakota. Dakota has Kayla Davis on the inside, dumps over to Kayla. Kayla goes up, blocked by Korn! Chase him down, young lady!
She wanted to join the block party too.
Korn gives it now to Tay. Tay dumps over to Anne-Marie, ends up being a tip pass over to Tay. Tay swings to Leticia. Leticia sets for three, like Curry from range! Make it a massive lead. It grows further. 16-point lead.
She shot that from Bloor Street.
Bloor Street, ladies and gentlemen. Still a scramble here. And it gets tipped around, gets ruled. Old but cold ball. Korn with phenomenal hustle there with Dakota to try to keep it. We're seeing some substitutions being made here between La Familia, being made between Old but Cold so far. Rachel inbounds to Dakota. In right now for Old but Cold, Rachel, Dakota, Kayla, Julie, and Raylan. Meanwhile, in right now for La Familia, Korn playing press defense. Alongside her, we got Tay, we got Anne-Marie, we got Jalen, and we got Leticia out there at the moment for La Familia. Ball gets swung to the right-hand side. It's Rachel. Rachel dumps to Raylan. Raylan goes up, blocked by Anne-Marie, but it gets ruled a foul. 2 free throws here coming for Old but Cold.
I love what King is doing. I love the fact that she's just standing there. I think that was a block. The ref called it a foul, but I like how she just put her hands up there and just let the ball kiss off the hands.
And I gotta say, even with the potential risk of fouling out, Raylan has remained aggressive and fighting in the post, trying to play her style of basketball. Gotta give it to her. She's gotten it to work at times, but at this point, it seems like they need to get the shooters active if they really want to get back in this one.
And anything is possible. It's 5 minutes, so anything is possible.
Leticia launches from range. Leticia gives it over to Jalen. Jalen launches from range. Misses. It will be Jill who has it. Ends up stumbling a bit, and Korn still playing. Crazy. Press. Defense. Smothered. Gives it over to Kayla. Kayla tries to bring it over to Rachel. Gets tipped by Tay. Rachel thinks. Gives it over to Julie. Julie inside of Raylan. They have time. Falling out. Raylan puts up from the midi. Won't fall. Julie pulls it up. Puts her shot up. Won't fall once more. Ends up in the hands of Tay. Tay with the outlet pass now to Korn. Has someone in trailer, but it doesn't go. Cross defense pass to Leticia. Leticia dumps inside to Anne-Marie. Isn't able to hold on to it. And it will be Old but Cold ball. We wait here for potential substitutions. Laura subbing on now for Raylan. Old but Cold, let's see what they do here. Kayla bringing it up the court, pushing the tempo. Covered by Leticia, has the screen here by Julie. Julie gives it over to, Julie has it dumped inside of Rachel. Rachel puts it back up, isn't able to get it to go. It was tipped, it seems, yes it was. Old but Cold will get the opportunity to maintain, but it is 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Julie has it now. Backing down. Goes up with it. Tough little lane. Picked up by Kayla. Kayla still has 3, 2. She has 1. She's got to put up the shot. Someone's got to put up the shot. But it's a shot clock violation there. Wonderful defense from La Familia to smother and force that turnover on time.
La Familia understands that defense wins games, and that's what happens when you use your defense. They had no opportunities left to score.
Tay now inside to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie back out to Tay. Tay flips it across. They're swinging it all the way, but it ends up getting tipped by Korn. Isn't able to keep her hands on it, and it will be old but cold ball following the turnover. Laura will be the one inbounding, gives it over to Dakota. Dakota White gives it quick to Jill. Jill has Jalen, beats her, goes up with a lay-in, able to get a goal there. Wonderful finish there from Jill. Leticia pushing the tempo.
Same as us?
Sitting how it goes. Gives it over now to Jalen. Jalen has it. Sits, thinks, pulls up from the elbow. Able to get her to go and answer right back. You want 2? I got 2 right here. Let's trade these for it. Let's see how it goes.
She said, I'll trade you my granola bar for a Doritos bag.
Either way, both are worth 2 points. Jalen still covering on the top. Korn putting pressure on Dakota, but gets slashed. It will be a foul on Korn. Dakota with a chance here to inbound. We have 3:05 remaining in this one. Who knows how it ends up going. Ball gets inbounded now by Kayla. Kayla kicks it over to Julie. Julie over to Jill. Jill launches from 3. Able to get it. That's the opportunities they need if they really want to get back in this one. 12-point game. La Familia now gives it over to Vicky. Vicky taking the screen on the right-hand side, goes straight to the hoop. Isn't able to get the shot in the net, but does draw a foul. 2 free throws to come. And it's really going to be fun to watch, fun to see how it ends up going. Seeing some substitutions? No. But right now out there for La Familia, it's still decide where it's Miss King and Mrs. King. We also have Vicky out there along with Leticia and Jaylen. Meanwhile, for Old But Cold, we have Jill, we have Julie, we have Kayla, we got Dakota, and we got Laura. Jill going straight at it, gets called a ref. Ref chooses to call it a foul here. Leticia choosing to call, asking ref, is that a push-off? Is that a push-off? No, just gets called a blocker foul there. Jill now over to Dakota. Dakota, they can't afford to slow down like this. They need to get shots up and fast. Dakota kicks it out to Julie. Julie squares up for 3. They need threes. They need points. Instead, it gets stolen there. Sienna, wonderful play. Gives it over now to Leticia. Pushing the tempo. Gives it now. Squaring up is Vicky. Vicky and Leticia, they can chew clock. They can chew clock right here. Just play it down to them. They're not the ones forced to shoot. They can just do whatever they want. Jaylen, though, goes up. They still want more points. I missed the free throw earlier. My apologies, but I now have it all set here on the broadcast. Julie launches from range, able to answer, but it might be too little too late. 34 seconds left.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was wrong score.
Leticia, covered by Kayla, but again, they can still chew as much clock as they want. They don't have a hurry or a worry in the world. As the time goes down, Old But Cold still trying to draw here from the possession, gets fouled on the shot, and the clock is ticking. It will be 2 free throws for Anne-Marie King, but it doesn't matter. Clock goes down, 3, 2, 1. Time is up, and Anne-Marie gets 2 free throws. Doesn't get the first, but let's see if she can hit the second one here. The game is over. The clock is over. La Familia have won the championship, but this is for Anne-Marie. Secures one more point, and in a 13-point blowout, was it in question? Maybe earlier on in the match, but La Familia able to keep their composure, able to come out, and they end up securing a massive victory here. 56-43, the final score in the final. Your 2024 WMBA Spring Champions will be the La Familia team here. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an electric season. It's been wonderful to see, wonderful to have, and it's great to have all this time. Thank you guys very, very much for watching, and we will be seeing you for the next game. I'm Julian Quintero Verano. Once again, thank you to Drew. Shout out to my friend Tony Ho, who's been here operating the camera for us. We'll be back next season for some more summer basketball for you guys. You don't want to miss it. WMBA Basketball. Thank you very much. See you next time.